do you radically change your strategy and things like that? I don't think you do. I just think you turn your normal playstyle up to 11. Take some of those shots that you wouldn't necessarily normally do, just in case you get a long-range headshot, and then you can follow up on something, right? Because usually you think to yourself, you want to conserve ammo in order to be able to kind of go into the late game. But if you can hit some wild headshots that you might not necessarily take otherwise, and then follow that up on a fight, that could be a few more points here and there, and that could be the difference maker if you are one of these lower teams in the ranks.
You would know what my question was going to be, Kalaris? Okay. Inko Mad Bulls Ruins, is it going to happen again today? Two teams fighting to get to top 5. Well, which team's going to fall away? Are both teams going to go away from Ruins? Are Big Galaxy going to be left wondering, like, hey, where's the fighting? Where's our free eliminations? These are two teams who can't afford to have a hot drop go wrong.
I think
really Inko, sorry, I want to jump on this one because Inko don't have to drop on Mad Bulls and Ruins, and also because they have that hot drop versus IHC in Novo, so like they have to change 2 pretty much drops, even if it's a secondary drop in Novo. We need to see a complete overhaul from Inko, because 4 matches out of the 6, if you go for that hot drop situation, you're not going to make in top 5. So yeah, they have to change something here. There's so many spots available, so yeah, exactly. Inko, go to the East Coast. It's available. It would be a good option.
Agreed.
Are we going to get a world where both teams just ditch the drop location, considering, well, Mad Bulls are a lot farther behind than Inko. And then they hot drop each other somewhere else on the map, and they're like, guys, what the hell? You're supposed to stay there. We're supposed to move. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be one of these teams, and even if we talk about the leaderboards, Max, and as you mentioned, how quickly they've shifted. I mean, U2 Alliance, after match 3, they were first place by, you know, a decent enough margin. They've fallen to 9th place now, and this is obviously another team, another powerful team looking to break back through in the ranks. And they looked, I'd say, pretty decent overall. We talked about their splits maybe being a little bit too spread on certain matches, but they've looked pretty strong, especially with Olio on the team.
Now, I especially like their Potato Hill finish against Influence Rage, where they went for the push onto Law. I think that was an amazing play. Didn't quite work out, but it was the right approach in that kind of scenario. But I would compare really U2 Alliance to a Mad Bulls from the survival stage, in the sense they got 2 second places with 8 eliminations, 12 eliminations. Outside of that, what was there? Not much. We need to see more consistency on their bad games, similar to an IHC, for example, just getting at least 5, 6, 7 eliminations per match. If you can do that, they will very quickly get close to that top 5. So I believe in Alliance here, but it's so close here, Jason. It's really hard to predict.
You know what? We don't need to talk anymore. We want to get into the games. People are always asking, Caster, when match? Well, it's right now, and it's going to be brought to you by Jack and Blank as you drop into Sandhawk.
You know, not a lot of people know that, Jason, but behind the scenes, it is actually Blank that controls the start game button. So when everyone's saying that, it's all just directed at you, Blank.
I know, I actually do have just a big red button off to my right-hand side. I can't let you guys see it because it is confidential at the end of the day. I am under NDA about the big red button, so I'm giving you just what I can at this point in time. But I'll be pressing that bad boy very, very shortly as we get into the game. BTR, get ready to go. Superboy, stop dancing, get your headset on, and get ready to go, because it's our final day of Last Chance, Jackie. And we're already in it. Dear me, the game is starting fast. I wasn't ready.
You hit the button accidentally, Blank.
I think I did.
Elbowed it. He
when I was showing it off.
Button. Yeah, he accidentally manhandled it.
I fat-handed it.
Distracted by the dance moves. It happens. It happens, Blank. But this is where it's taken us. Your big red button antics have taken us straight to our last Sandhawk. It feels like it was so long ago we started things, you know, about 4 weeks ago now here on Sandhawk, Blank. Now we have our last time we're going to see this battleground in a lobby that has been delicious.
Oh, feels like sadness to me because it's all finishing, but also I'm excited to see which teams do end up in that top 5. We saw just then that Team Queso currently have the highest average here over on Sandhawk. I think it was about 18-point average, maybe a 19-point average there, which is sort of ridiculous overall considering Team Queso is on 52 points. So around about, let's say 60% of their points are coming from Sandhawk so far. So they're certainly extremely good at this one. They're starting things off with a hot drop over towards the Gladiators, who I think at this point in time we could probably consider out of the top 5. So Team Queso just looking to pump their points further versus the team they know to be quite weak.
That's the ideal scenario, really. If Gladiators are going to give them the opportunity, dangling points in front of them here, as Meku has dropped further away from the rest of the pack, so has no trade potential, no room for backup. And it's an easy freebie. They secure that one, grab it in the bag. All Tixie can do is watch down and quake in his boots, knowing that they've already given up some free elimination points today. Inco get the free drop as well on Ruin, so no contest there. Madballs moving off, and that will be a bit of a pass, a little backdoor deal on that one, Blank, for the drop spots.
Yeah, head on to that outside edge. And I think I respect that from Madballs, right? You don't want to go for this same hot drop every single time because, honestly, at this point, you could... Nah, that's bad news. You could consistently say that Inco are sort of causing themselves problems with this hot drop, right? If Madballs decided they wanted to go for this one once again and just take their chances on getting those 4 eliminations and getting out of there, you know, that could go either way, right? And Inco would be in an even worse of a deal. Right now, 30 points. They still have a chance to get towards that top 5. Madballs, it's not a similar story at 16 points overall. Like the guy's saying on the desk, I think it is sort of over for our region in EU. Sad days. I think it's pretty much donezo for Gladiators as well. With the way this Sandhawk is starting out, that's going to be very bad for the mental game. But for Inco, they claim themselves control of Ruins after some very brute forcing over towards that position of the map. Might give them a better chance here, considering they are actually able to get going fairly quickly without the risk of Nick McGalaxy taking a peek in, who don't even bother with it. They realize they need to have the most unbelievable day if they want to make it into the top 5, which quite